Throne of Vengeance, the second book of the Throne Duet by Rena Kent. We are still following Rye and Kyle. We've just discovered that Rye was attacked. We don't know by who, and she was in the hospital, and that's kind of how the end of book one ended. So now we start book two, and it starts with a flashback. And Kyle is 5 years old, and this goes back to the moment when his parents passed away, and he is giving you a view of why he is out for vengeance. Throne of Vengeance, the title of this second book. So we still don't know who attacked Rye on the stairs, and now she says that she has amnesia. However, we then discover that she is faking it. It's not selective amnesia where she thinks that she's 18 years old. She literally is faking amnesia because she said, oh, my twin had amnesia, selective amnesia at one point in time, and that's how I'm going to fake it because I heard this phone call that Kyle was on, and now I'm heartbroken. I don't trust him. I realize that he's coming after my family. What am I going to do? This is going to buy me some time to figure out, make a plan. So she faked amnesia, the pregnancy. Didn't end up ever being pregnant. So now she's working with Vlad and her two bodyguards, and they're trying to figure out, how are they going to trap Kyle? What is the plan going to be? And what happened? So they end up trapping Kyle. She poisons him while they're on, a lunch date. And then Vlad captures him and tries to torture him. He requested that she come see him while he's being tortured, and so she comes and she ends up releasing him against Vlad's wishes, but she ends up releasing him, and she's like, go, I never want to see you again. Well, he ends up coming back. He sneaks into her room while she's sleeping. Yeah, that's a little weird, but he sneaks into her room while she's sleeping, and he basically is like, hey, I'm not leaving, I'm here to stay. There was a point in time where I'm like, okay, you're beat up, you go back to the house where half these guys hate you, they just tortured you, and you're just gonna kind of waltz right in and pretend everything is gonna be okay. It was a little weird. I didn't quite get that point, how that was going to be smooth. But I guess that's the bonus to writing fiction novels, is things are going to move the way you write them. So that was just one of the things I noticed. So Rye is still questioning what's really going on with Kyle, and they're meeting up with Kai and the other Japanese leader. And as they leave, um, they run into Rye's hidden twin sister and the father and the nephew, and she has to fake that off, oh, I don't know who this person is. As they're all driving away from this meeting, though, they get bombarded by bullets. They are being attacked by the Albanians, and Rye and Alexander, Sasha from another book, are kidnapped. They are kidnapped by the Albanians. Well, while they're kidnapped, Rye discovers that Alexander is really a girl, and you will find that in another series that's tied into this, one of Rena Kent's series. It's really good. One of my favorite series by her. They're kidnapped. Things go down, but it wasn't too bad as far as kidnappings go. And Kirill, the person that Alexander is the bodyguard for, and Kyle save them from the Albanians. They come in, guns blazing, and they come save them in this warehouse that they're in, and they're like, oh, I love you, thank you for saving me, and everything is fine. So they go to the hospital just to get everything checked up, and they discover that Rye really is pregnant this time. She is pregnant for real. But she doesn't want to have this baby because she's like, I've been on birth control, but you switched out my birth control pills, which is a huge disrespect to me. I wasn't ready to have a child. I'm not going to have this. And he is really hurt by this. And in this world, it makes sense. Obviously, real life doesn't make sense. But in this world, world, it does make sense. So, while she's trying to decide what to do, she has this meeting with Kirill. He wants her to be like, oh, you need to tell the leaders of the Bratva that I'm gay and like try to tarnish my reputation with them. And if you don't, I'm going to go after your twin sister and her family. Seems weird, and I kind of thought like, oh, is this like Rena Kent's last ditch effort to like kind of tie these two stories together a bit? But it kind of ends up working out. Kyle actually ends up going to the twins' house, bonds with the nephew. Rye meets him there. Things are weird with him because he's like totally disconnected because he's upset that she doesn't want to keep the baby. He's like, listen, I'm going to leave you. I'm going to go kill Roland, the person that really started all this mess with my parents. She doesn't realize that that's really what's going on. And so basically, tries to go kill Roland while she's figuring that out. The Godfather, which is Kyle's like father figure for a big portion of his life, comes and has a meeting with Sergei. Rye runs into him and they're like, hey, Kyle must be in trouble with trying to go after Roland. Things went south, and what are we going to try and do? So then Mikhail and Rye try to go save Kyle. Mikhail tries to go save Kyle because we discover that Mikhail is actually Kyle's biological father. Then they decide, okay, we love each other, we saved each other, we're all back home, we're safe, we're gonna stay together, we're gonna keep the baby. And years down the road, then they end up having 3 kids. They have a son, 2 twin daughters, and at the very end, you discover, because it was looked upon through, gosh, I can't remember his name right now. Looked upon through basically the Bratva, the head of Bratva, like, okay, someone is stealing money from B Corp, which is like their only legitimate money source, right? So someone is embezzling money. They don't know who it is. Well, come to find out, it's Anastasia, the 20-year-old innocent, blonde little thing of a niece. Like she's the daughter of the Pecan, the head of the Bratva. So, and then she takes off. We don't know what happened to her. Peter, who is Kyle's bodyguard and had attacked Rye. We discover he's the one who attacked Rye. Takes off. We don't know what happened to him. I don't think that they left together, but it is interesting to see how that all kind of worked out. Good end of the book. I would rate it a 3.5, 4 out of 5. It was good. I struggled to keep my attention with it a little bit, but otherwise, I think it was a great book. Anything mafia related is going to be up my alley. Spice, but not too crazy spicy. I think it was a well-rounded book and a good end to that duet. I'm interested to see if there's going to be a book coming out about Anastasia, obviously, because this is like, okay, well, she's the one who ran away. She embezzled money. Why did she do that? Like, who is this? Who is she really? So I'm expecting a book from Rena about that. I don't know if there is one out already. I'll have to take a look, but I will. And thanks for watching. I am on another book already, so I will provide another review soon, but like and subscribe if you haven't already, and thanks.